Harrison from Whatnot Australia. How are you, my friend?
I'm very good. How are you, Dean?
Yeah, good. Thanks for joining us. I know it's a very, very busy weekend here at Collectfest. You guys have been like hammer and tongs over there.
It's been crazy, and like I've seen it in here in the booth. I've seen it at Luna. Like it is a busy event, and we are having a lot of fun.
Yeah, your booth looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
Whatnot have gone all out. It will appear in our video, I believe. We did show all the booths, but yeah, it's been a whirlwind since Whatnot made its way to Australia, and we've really enjoyed the platform. But I think, before we dive into Whatnot, just get a little bit of background, on yourself and your collecting journey, because I'm assuming there is some form of collecting in your blood, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Harrison. I go by Happy, or Happy Harry if you find me on Whatnot. And look, I come from like a sports background. I could watch literally anything. You'll find me watching like anything from netball, basketball, cricket, footy.
Badminton. You ever watch the badminton? The badminton's pretty violent.
If the Olympics are on, I'm there. Like, I just love my sport, and my collection sort of came from that perspective. I started collecting jerseys and that sort of thing. And cards, like I grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Sort of grew up in that kind of era. And I guess like through finding my way back to Whatnot, my sort of personal collection is growing in the soccer space. So Thierry Henry is my sort of PC.
The Frenchman.
Absolutely.
I love Thierry Henry.
TT.
Yeah. All right. So with Whatnot then, before you started working with Whatnot, when was your first encounter with the business?
So prior to joining Whatnot, I worked for a Melbourne-based startup called Blink. Through that process, we're looking at raising, and I was studying different companies that have invested in really successful tech companies. And Whatnot is technically invested by a company called Andreessen Horowitz, or A16Z. And they are like the star child of the company. That was my intro to it. I started studying, started learning. It was like, hey, there is so much community and connection that is going on in this platform. Like, they're doing something right. And then when I saw the job pop up and launching in Australia, I was like, this is for me. I'm all in. Yeah.
Awesome. Amazing. I guess for Whatnot and its growth here, I mean, it's such a big platform, and it offers so many different categories and so many different sellers and so many different online events. There's a lot to cover there. But for Whatnot Australia, how does the rollout sort of look from here on? Because at the moment, it's just TCGs and sports cards, but we know there's a huge category or categories that people can sell on Whatnot, because that's the misconception we want to make sure we stamp out. Is Whatnot is not just for ripping and shipping or trading cards. Like, I've seen it in the US, it is so much bigger than that. It is a live streaming like platform shop. You could buy anything almost.
For sure. So part of I guess launching in a country is trying to find the niche or the connection that works really well for us, and people can find community. And so cards has been a really obvious choice for us to start with, but you're absolutely right. In the US, in Europe, in a number of our countries, you'll see people selling anything from fruit and veggies in their back garden, vintage fashion. Like, you can sell literally anything, and we try and step it out. So we launch category by category. So comics, coins, collectibles, that will be next, as well as vintage fashion as well. So we're super bullish. Is there anything you guys are excited for?
Vintage fashion will be an interesting one. If my wife gets a hold of that, I could be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen some of the shows like over there. They're pretty crazy. Like some of the vintage fashion shows, there's so many people like in there and spending big money.
For sure. And you also see like all kinds of different content. Like, I guess a difference between a traditional marketplace and our own is that you can build I guess like entertainment in there. People want to spend their time interacting with their favorite sellers, their favorite community. And you'll see like on fashion sellers, we had a seller last week run a Love Island contest with their chat. People were messaging in saying, hey, like I'm in LA, I'm single, I'd love to go on a date. And you have other people messaging me like, I really like the vibe of Chris. Let me join the stream. So you can do just about anything.
What? I did not know that. That's pretty out there.
That is crazy talk.
You've got yourself thinking.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I know there's a lot going on and a lot happening, but that's pretty nuts.
Are you seeing that more and more? That like selling experiences and not so much tangible products?
Absolutely. We had a couple of artists launch their album on Whatnot, and they start to sell vinyl at the same time, so that you can get your hands on a copy first place. So like,
That's pretty crazy.
there's a bunch of different things you can do with the format, which is cool. It's exciting.
Yeah.
The e-commerce world of buying and selling online in China is a billion-dollar industry at the moment.
It's got to be like trillions in China.
Totally.
God, you know, if anyone was going to be trillion-dollar industry first, it's going to be China.
It's very true, very true. Where do we see Whatnot here in Australia and globally? Because I know there's been a rollout of country to country, first in North America, then in some countries in Europe, now here in Oz. What does the big picture look like?
Yeah, like we're really bullish on country expansion. New Zealand is something that I think we should be turning on relatively shortly.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
It does make sense, right?
We sell to. I've had people in New Zealand buy, you know, and their shipping's not too
Of course,
bad.
they should be able to sell as well. So that will come at some stage. When we do launch a country, we want to make sure we can actually support it really well. We've done our research. We understand what is going on in that space. Every community is different, category to category, country to country, and we need to invest time to understand exactly what's going on before we just flick a switch and hope.
Because shipping would play a big part, like country to country as well, right?
Totally. How much time do you guys spend shipping and fulfilling across the board, whether it's on Whatnot or otherwise in your store?
Yeah.
Like it's a big part of it.
It is a massive part of it. Kearnz, you wouldn't know. He doesn't do any of the postage. He just gets to hang out, just likes to rock up.
I have the best job in all of Whatnot. I get to live stream twice a week, get there, chat with all the collectors out there, rip packs, sell singles, and I literally get my boxes and just yoink straight over to Dino. He packs all my orders for me. So.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
You must be in a dream job at the moment, mate, as a big collector yourself, with starting with your basketball jerseys and whatnot. Now you're Whatnot. There you go. There's the first. We need a little counter here. How many times we say Whatnot? Yeah. How does it feel personally joining in a role like this?
I'm absolutely wrapped. I think the product really excited me on the way in, but where I've found I'm really enjoying my time is actually spending time with sellers, also my colleagues. I think who you spend your time with counts for a lot in how you enjoy your work. And I'm loving spending time with you guys as well as some other sellers as well. So
it's a great community. Like I chat. I've got great friendships with many of the other sellers on the platform. You know, because especially when we were working in the beta period, we're all sort of working together because we all want it to succeed, right? It's
Absolutely.
not about beating out somebody else. It was about, all right, we need to make this platform succeed so then we can all find success within it.
Totally.
And you know, it's been great. Got some really, really good relationships with sellers, and then even better relationships, obviously, with buyers and customers. Like walk around these events now, and I've got all these extra friends that I didn't have before.
Have you started to find a couple of the buyers in your streams have started experimenting with selling as well?
Of course, and I always encourage that as well.
Cool.
But you know, that said, no offense, guys, it's not for everybody. You know.
Sure.
Yeah. Like it takes work at the same time. Like Whatnot is a beautiful platform and it's very easy, but it depends what you want to do. If you want to find actual success, like you gotta work for it.
It's the same as doing anything. If you're going to do it intentionally, do it with effort.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a perfect market fit, you know, with the with terms of engagement and how usable the platform is. You need to tick all those boxes in the year 2025. If you're not convenient for people, you know, if you're not getting great value, not even in terms of product, but also the show itself, it encompasses all those.
Gotcha. Question for you guys. One wish, one product feature, what would you like to see? Is there anything on your wish list for Whatnot?
Product feature.
You've definitely put us on the spot there.
Okay, sorry for that one.
I mean, but like what we use it for now is like what we want, what we love. I'm excited to see all the different things that it can bring or that can happen.
Cool.
But
I've got one.
Okay.
I know once we finish our episodes, unless you have purchased something on the episode, you can't actually go back and rewatch it. Now, from a buyer perspective, obviously it pushes people to buy, but there's some people out there that are less fortunate and really want to enjoy the show. And if they don't buy anything on the show, they can't go back and watch that. So maybe like having the option if the sellers want to have all shows saved automatically to buyers and non-buyers, because the hobby moves at pace,
Totally.
and times are tough, so not every stream someone can buy something, and if that would make it truly accessible for everyone. That's one of the things I'd like to see.
I really like that. It's part of my role is consistently asking you guys, buyers, sellers, whoever, like what you like, what's not quite there yet, what we could improve, and feeding that through to our product team.
Less commission.
All right.
No. You guys have great rates, mate. I'm just kidding. But no, I really appreciate you taking the time out. I mean, it's been a massive 2 days here. There's a lot going on. I've looked at the booth all day, every day, because you're just across from us, and I can see how busy you guys are. So appreciate you giving us the 10 minutes.
No, of course, and thank you so much. Like, you guys have been pillars of the Whatnot community. It's really great to see, and love exactly what you've got going on, both here in the Hobby Podcast and Luna.
No, appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much.
Hobbyists, today's episode is sponsored by Collector Space. They have recently opened their ever-expanding showroom and collectibles shop, and has taken shape in the southeast Victoria.
Boasting display furniture and fixtures for in-home collections and retail spaces, they've been trusted by many of our favourite stores and fellow collectors. Check out their socials for up-to-date info and offerings, and be sure to visit the Collector's Space at 1108 Mulholly Road, Pakenham.
Whether you're a collector at heart or new to the hobby, Collector Space are here to help. So head on down and say g'day to Chris and the team at Collector Space, and thanks for sponsoring the episode.
Grayson from Cherry Collectables, welcome.
Thank you for having me on your beautiful little podcast booth here.
You're in the fishbowl, mate. This is the fishbowl. We've been calling it the fishbowl. Everybody just peeks in and just like, oh, look at them swimming around.
Jeez, haven't Australian card shows upgraded when we've got fishbowl podcasts?
That's what we were trying to do. We're trying to do something different, you know what I mean? Just trying to get ourselves out there, put ourselves in a position where we can grab people like yourself and just go, hey, come have a chat for 15 minutes.
It's fantastic. Great work.
For the hobbyists out there that don't know, Grayson is the owner of Cherry Collectables, one of the biggest sporting TCG shops in Australia. But before we get into the business side of things, I know you've got a really cool collectible backstory. Talk a little bit about yourself and why you got into collectibles.
Yeah, well, I mean, I grew up in the 90s, and I was deeply involved in the first, I guess, run of basketball cards in Australia. So I guess I graduated from some Marvel cards, Clear Ultra Marvel cards in the news agency, and then eventually ended up into Upper Deck Special Edition and hit a behind the glass Michael Jordan, which I had the fortune of buying back in a PSA 10. I think mid-boom, so I had enough money around me to finally get it in a good condition, and that was a nice coming-of-age moment.
Have you still got that? I'm assuming now that you've got it back.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
one of those ones you just hold on to, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's there's not a lot of cards in my personal collection. That's definitely one of them. And then, there's a lot of cards. There's a lot of Marvel cards, but not a lot of other sports cards.
Yeah.
Do we have any favourite Marvel superheroes? Is there someone that stands out to you?
I collect Ghost Spider stuff a little bit because I had a daughter 7 years ago, Eva Marie, and she liked Ghost Spider from the cartoon, so I was sort of drawn towards that a little bit, and so I've got a couple of nice Ghost Spider cards, and but I mean, I just like Marvel cards, and I wasn't hugely into the comics, but I don't know. I like the insert chases more than autograph and memorabilia chases.
Yeah,
They do a good job. They do a good job on the Marvel stuff. Like, they don't skimp out on it. Like, they put in a good effort. Like you said, with the inserts, I recently opened some of the new Marvel top set, and although I got absolutely washed, like rinsed, and everything I pulled, all the inserts were average ones, but it still looks good. It feels good. It's a quality product.
Yeah, it does. I mean, Topps have the license for Marvel now, and Upper Deck have done an extraordinary job with that license for the last maybe 25 years.
Yeah, right.
So, it's going to be a very new experience, and a lot of new designs, and it's going to take a little bit getting used to, I'm sure, for Marvel collectors, but at the same time, we're going to have Marvel and DC cards really not flooding the market, but available
Yep.
for the first time. I don't remember them being available previously anyway.
When you were younger, was there anyone that was a major influence in collecting? Did you have any family members or friends that you used to collect with?
Yeah, I did. There was a few people. I started collecting at a shop in Tasmania called Bill's Sports Cards. And so that was owned by a guy called Andrew. I never understood why it wasn't Andrew's Sports Cards.
I was about to say shout out to Bill, but that would be
Yeah.
pointless because.
And then people started calling me Cherry, and I was like, oh, okay, that's how that happens. But throughout my life, I've met some amazing people who collect Star Wars toys. A guy called Grant was a huge influence on me buying and selling, and getting me into eBay, which was, I guess, where I started wanting to be a reseller, a flipper. Started seeing collectibles as something that I could use my interest and passion to carve out some form of extracurricular activity, and it just grew from there.
So the start of Cherry Collectables was an eBay store. Pretty safe to assume there would have been no Transformers stuff up there. That would have all been in the personal collection.
That was all Transformers.
It was all Transformers.
Yeah, I actually had the largest secondhand toy account on eBay, or one of, at the time, selling Transformers that I was importing from the US, to the point where they did a feature in a book they released for me. They came around to my house and took photos of me lying on the floor, on my tummy.
Have you got those photos? Because if you do, we'll put one up right here.
With a big smile. I've looked for them, mainly to just get them off the internet if they were there. But they're not. eBay obviously didn't like the way that book went, and they've burned it. So yeah.
When did you decide to take the store from just an eBay store and have your first physical store?
First physical store was 2015, and that was anyone who's getting into or wanting to do their own thing in a niche space. I had two really good employers leading up to that, like two very different but very articulate and successful managers or bosses, whatever you want to call them, and they enabled me to be in a position to take that risk. And I met a guy at dinner the other night who just quit his job, a good job, and he quit it to do Whatnot, which I think's going to be huge. But it made me think back to that period in my life, and I don't think that if I'd been surrounded or had that influence on me in the years prior, that I would have been successful. Most businesses fail in their first year.
Yep.
But I felt like I'd had so much just drilled into me from these great leaders that I was probably in a better position than most to make it through to 2016, and we did, and it's tough, but we got there, and then obviously the COVID situation changed the way that trading cards exist now, so that's fantastic.
That store in 2015, where is that the one that you've got down in Tasmania, or is that different?
No, 2015 was actually at Marvel Stadium here in Melbourne.
Yep.
Just outside Marvel Stadium. Blake, who is my number one breaker and one of the best breakers in the world.
Agreed.
He joined me. We got broken into, and he poked his head through the door and said, "Do you need help cleaning this up?" And since then, I don't think he's had many days off. But so I got very lucky there. I got extraordinarily lucky with a number of my staff and or my team, and we've slowly grown to a store on King Street, just opposite a couple of the strip clubs, and then
Prime placement.
What a combo.
Prime placement.
and then we've moved down into West Melbourne, where we're about to expand to be about 2 or 3 times the size that we currently are.
Amazing.
Which I think is going to be really exciting, and bright future for trading cards.
When you first opened your first store, did you ever envision you'd be here? Like, what in those early days, what were your goals and aspirations? Because you were a huge collector when you were younger, and now obviously the absolute behemoth that is Cherry Collectables. Did you ever see it get in here?
I don't want to pause too long, but I always saw Cherry as being successful. I don't think you can be if you don't sort of. I got into a lot of fights with a lot of people that were close and cared a lot about me in the early stages who wanted me to do things a little bit differently. And in my head, it wasn't that they had ideas that weren't potentially better or more expected by the hobby, etc. But I didn't see that they were scalable. They might work with 10 orders. They won't work with 1,000 orders. They certainly won't work with 1,000 orders and 30 staff. So from the very early stages, my decision making was on scale. What could be scaled? How would you scale it? What do you need to do to be the best you can be for the person who holds the license? Because reality is that it's the NBA, the NFL, the FIFA that want to see growth in these regions. It's not necessarily Panini or Topps. They can get the same amount of growth domestically. They'll just sell a few more boxes in Iowa. Yeah. Like it's not that hard. So it's those licensees that licensors that are looking for the growth. And so I feel like I did see it, but at the same time, like when I walk around the floor here, like at this Collectfest, the first ever Collectfest, this feels exactly like what I wanted when I started Cherry in 2008-9. It's collectibles, it's toys, it's video games, it's Lego, it's shoes, it's everything that I was like, wow, someone needs to do something in this space. So that is extraordinarily, rewarding. Like it feels right.
Yeah, I can relate to that massively because my collector journey since its inception was a lot of trading cards early with my mum. So my mum has a very big Michael Jordan collection. So back in the 90s, She went and cleared out all the card stores back then of Michael Jordans.
Go mum.
Yeah. PSA 10 rookies.
It's bowler. I've seen it.
Titanium Beckett 9.5s. And from a really young age, she instilled good collecting habits with my Pokemon. So I'd have one of everything in the binder and I'd only trade by doubles. And then I went through my collectible phase as well with sideshow statues and Funko Pop vinyls, now back in the TCG space. And this first Collectfest, it feels like home. It feels great. That's why we put in so much effort into the booth and into the weekend and interviewing people like yourself because this is home,
It is.
This is as good as it gets. So what is some misconceptions that people might have out there for owning your own trading card store? What are some of the challenges that you've experienced early on? Because, there is a lot of vendors here that probably are just online. They're just in their garage at the moment and they're thinking of opening card stores. But like you said, a lot of businesses fail in the first year. So
there is a lot.
8%.
There is a lot of people currently wanting to do this full time because of the market that we're in right now. So yeah, that advice would be very warranted.
Yeah. So my advice is, do ultimately what you want to do. If you listen to me and don't do something, I don't think you're going to be happier necessarily. My advice is that if you want the clerk's sort of video store, hang around, have a great time, chat with your mates, talk cards, vibe, make that your goal. Make that your North Star because if you want a big trading card company, you'll end up with a business and that's all about contracts and staff and marketing and click rates and it's not a card shop with collectible stuff in it. Every single day is filled with meetings that are strategically driven or transactional. It's just be careful what you want because if it's if what you want is that first thing, and I think that would be remarkably enjoyable, then really focus, double down on that, and don't try and get too big. Just be the store that's a heap of fun.
It is a fine line, like, you know, because I reckon some people will start out wanting that, you know, they just want the card shop, they want to enjoy the hobby with their friends, and then, you know, you experience growth, and then it's you're on the teeter, then you're either doing it or you don't do it. Because if you don't do it, it'll probably taper off and it won't be what you want. Or if you do it, you've got to commit to it being about business now and not so much just about, you know, sitting there enjoying the hobby with your mates.
Yeah, we visited, my wife and I went to the 2013 National in the US, and I remember coming back on the plane and saying, that's it, I'm closing up, that's not what I want. And we shut down Cherry, I think, for like 3 or 4 months. And then I realized that I just needed to think of it differently. Like I didn't want to be that tired trading card store. I thought I could do it a little bit differently, and yeah, I made the right decision and come back. But at the time, we were losing money hand over fist on products. Like everything was tanking, and it wasn't fun anymore. So yeah.
That's the most important thing. Well, I'm going to finish us off with one final question before we let you go. We've heard a lot about your story now in terms of collecting. We've heard about the business. But as a collector, I want to know, what is the number one piece in your collection that you will never let go? I can obviously see that side of it you're obviously really passionate about, and that makes me feel great inside. But for all the people out there listening, what is the number one piece in your collection?
Jeez. The one piece in my collection, I mean, there's a couple, but...
we want the one. There's always a couple, but we want the one.
Well, there's one in particular that I think is the one now, and that is a sealed booster box of Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green.
Nice box.
I bought it from David Adams Card World, who I bought a lot of stuff from. For like 2,000, I think it's like maybe like 20 or 30,000 now. I'll never sell it, but my daughter will, and so she'll sell it somewhere around about 16 to 20, I'd say.
Yeah.
And hopefully that gives her a nice little start to whatever she wants to do. So.
No, I love that. I can empathise with that for sure.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's why we do things, isn't it?
It is. It is. That's what I keep telling my wife when I keep buying all these boxes. I'm like, they're for Harry, don't worry.
She knows you're lying, though. That's the problem.
Grayson, where can people find you on all your socials?
So we're cherry.cards online. If you go to West Melbourne, you'll find us. If you're in Tasmania, we're in Hobart. But we're on Whatnot. We've helped launch Whatnot here in Australia, and it's been extraordinarily successful. Guys just walked past.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a quick story. Guys just walked past who last visited me in like maybe 2013, 14, at a card show here in Melbourne that I reckon 14 people showed up to.
Wow.
And I remember we sold one box. Coming back in the car, it was very interesting. We could barely afford KFC. He came back and he just sold me a $30,000 Michael Jordan collection.
Well, there you go.
So,
wow.
So that shows you, I guess, patience and amongst other things. So
that's a great story.
That is.
What a full circle on that.
I love he just walks past and waves
just
in the fishbowl. Like,
yeah. No, awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, mate. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Enjoy the rest of Collectfest. All good.
Thanks,
see you the next one.
Hobbyists, I'm very excited to introduce our next special guest. We've got Imani Cards here opposite us on the table. How are you, brother?
Good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. For all the hobbyists out there that don't know, this guy here was selling me Japanese booster boxes years ago. I'd go around your house and you'd go, all right, I've got Sun and Moon here for you. I've got X and Y.
That's it.
Mate, that was a long time ago. But from there, you're now on TikTok. Talk us through it.
That's it, yeah. So obviously, as you know, I was on Twitch in the past. So I probably started that back in just as COVID crept in. And I was probably one of the earlier guys to start breaking here in Australia. Saw some of the Americans doing it, and I was like, oh, why not? Jump in. But yeah, and then did that pretty much throughout COVID. And then the market started to come down with Pokemon, you know, Brilliant Stars release around there, started to come down. And then I was working a full-time job at the same time, so I was just like, I can't do both gigs, especially since the margin started to become really small. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to tap out. But I kept buying, you know, kept my toes in a little bit, and you know, watched the market a little bit. And then March of this year, I actually got made redundant at the place that I was working at for like 10 years. So
The golden gift.
yes, exactly. So, and to be honest, I didn't want to leave there for a while. So
Yeah, there you go.
but I was waiting for the payday.
Yeah.
So that came around, and we went. I wasn't actually in the first wave of redundancies. They actually announced that they were going to do it, and I didn't make the first cut. And I was like,
Bugger.
I missed out, you know. And then randomly they were just like, they pulled me into a meeting and they're like, hey, sorry to say you've been made redundant. And I was like, so that happened, and then I was like, all right, what am I going to do? So I just jumped on TikTok and went live and started ripping. I didn't even know we were in like, you know, Pokemon hype market or anything. And then I think I had like, because I had stuff from ages ago, as you know, Lee's been around, so you've seen it. But, you know, there was like Crown Zenith in there and a bunch of sort of shield stuff that I had like, you know, in cases.
Yeah.
And yeah, I listed all that on the site, went live, didn't really look at the prices of stuff. I was like, oh, I'll just put a markup on this, you know? And everything just started flying out, and I'm like,
What's going on
what
here?
do I do? Did I do something wrong? and then slowly I had a look at the market, and I'm like, oh, bump this up a little bit, bump that up a little bit, and yeah, here we are.
Talk about the golden age. Finding you when you first came back to TikTok would have been unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Underpriced on a lot of
Yeah.
things. We had I bought a bunch of Miracle Twins off you at one
Yes.
stage, and I remember we
Banging
sat
set.
there and we were going through, and I think I bought 6 boxes off you and pulled 4 Misties, and then about a month later
How crazy.
the boxes doubled, and I
Mate.
was like, oh, this has happened again, because I had it happen with Evolutions as well.
Yeah.
I opened all my Evolutions and the market went nuts. I'm terrible on my timing, but how
You're terrible at sealed product.
I'm terrible at grading. I'm terrible at seals.
I think you were a little bit hesitant to even purchase those off me. Like, I think we came to a bit of an agreement there.
Yeah, absolutely. How have you found it coming back into Pokemon now, like round 2, with the busy market, and you stream live on TikTok, which is something we haven't done before, but, you know, I do follow Imani Cards on there. I see you on there having an absolute ball. Talk us through it.
So, I mean, this market's very similar to the COVID market. If anything, it's even better this time around. There's more people, there's more hype, prices have gone even higher, like it's just crazy. But I don't know, I thrive in this market. This market's pretty easy to play. It's when it's quiet where it's hard to play. So, you know, it's been really good. I think I've done even better than I did back in COVID. The community's great. I had so many new people come in, like people that are completely fresh, and they're like, you know, where do I start? What do I break? And it's like, geez, I don't know. What's your favorite Pokemon? You know, do you like Japanese? Do you like English? Like, it's good. I actually really enjoy when new people come in, and like, you know, I'm kind of thankful they come into my stream and, you know, try to look after them a little bit, give them a few freebies and stuff like that, because, you know, having more people in this hobby is great for all of us. You know what I mean?
found 151 to be a really good savior in that sense, because a lot of people that are coming back in obviously resonate with the original
Or
151,
100%.
and then obviously, you know, we're breaking a base set box today. It's a $40,000 box. You can't go, oh yeah, here, open this, you know, but you can go, oh well, maybe you'll really enjoy 151 because you know you kind of grew up with that, and it's a relatively new set.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, you're right, 100% bang on, but 151's so expensive now.
It is. That also is starting
You know,
to become the same issue that I was
like,
trying to avoid.
It's like, where do you get people to start where the prices are so jacked? So I am actually looking really forward for the market to come down a little bit, settle down a little bit, see where it lands, and, you know, maybe an easier time on people that, you know, want to jump in.
Yeah.
It's from starting on Twitch, we had Lucy on before, and was talking about very community driven. We're on TikTok and things like this. It's very snap, like go, 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 go.
100%.
How do you keep engagement up?
It's tricky, honestly. Like, I think the biggest obstacle is TikTok itself. TikTok is just this black box anomaly. Like, it's so hard to figure out. Like there's the metrics where it's like, the engagement, like how many people are chatting in your, in your live. There are things called boosts which you can use that like will temporarily push you to more people. So like some nights I'd have like 100 people in there and it's just popping and it's non-stop flat stick. And then like the next night you go live and there's like 20 people and it's like complete dead. And it's like, what's going on? So overall, like on average, it's been great. But TikTok is a very hard platform to navigate. Like you need to be super PC. You say anything that's just like a little bit on the line, and you get. I cannot tell you how many times I've been banned on that platform. Literally, I get banned like every third or fourth stream.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
and it's not even that outrageous. Some of the stuff I'm saying, like
Have you looked into Whatnot? We obviously utilize Whatnot ourselves because it's. It is made for exactly what it is you're doing. It's I guess the people on Whatnot are on Whatnot. Whereas I guess on TikTok you could just be scrolling and the algorithm's going to feed you random stuff and you pop up. So obviously
100%.
you miss out on that aspect, but you gain a bit more in the other sense. Like when you were saying you went from 100 viewers going hard to 20 viewers going like doing nothing in a span of 24 hours. Whatnot's a little bit more consistent than that, from a streaming seller point of view.
I think with Whatnot, like honestly, I haven't really looked at the platform much at all. I've heard about it, like me and you have spoken about it, but I think my mind was purely, can I do this on my own on TikTok? If yes, then why look anywhere else? Yeah. But having said that, I mean, if there's more sales, more drive, more people coming in, then it might be worth looking into. But I haven't had to yet. Pretty much I'll look at it as like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Yeah. And it's been working as it is. Yeah. But, definitely I'm not closed off to any other opportunities. So.
Yeah. Well, that's like Lucy though. Like she still streams on Twitch, but then we'll do like a stream on Whatnot, once a week, kind of dip the toe in and start to build that. But she did say that, a lot of the Twitch, a lot of the followers on Twitch are like platform stuck. Like they don't want to jump over to the other one. They want to stay on Twitch. So that's a hard part, like trying to get that crossover done.
Definitely. And I had that same issue actually. So there was a point where I was streaming on both platforms because, as you said, like people don't want to switch platforms. Like they're on Twitch, they want to stay on Twitch, especially trying to get them onto TikTok. Like a lot of people feel, some sort of ways about TikTok. But yeah, I actually managed to get them all over because I just stopped streaming on Twitch and I'm like, hey, you want to come watch me? You're going to come to TikTok. It's gotta be, and I started sending links to everyone like, come on, jump in. And people eventually jumped on. Yeah. But yeah, TikTok as a platform, I'm not the biggest fan, I must say. I have a big following on TikTok. But because I went away for like 4 years and kind of didn't touch the platform, when I came back, they pretty much treated me as a fresh account. And I've got 1 million followers on it. So, yeah, pretty brutal and not much support at all. They really don't care about their creators. So I hate the bash on TikTok.
Isn't there like a creator fund coming to Australia or something
there
like
is
that?
already, but you got to be getting like millions of views. They take like 50% cut of like any income you make on that platform. I sell obviously through my own store, so that doesn't get touched.
So you're utilizing like Shopify, right? Like that basically,
same thing.
Something like that. You've just got a website link where they go buy. You've got your order sheet up, and you're just sort of rolling through the names as they come in. Yeah.
Before we let you go, I want to talk about you a little bit, the collector. Been quite fortunate enough to walk in and see the dining table full of PS18 lilies and different things like that. What are some of the grails in your collection that you think you'll never let go of?
Oh, I actually let go of my grail.
Oh yeah. No. I've done that like 4 times, man.
Yeah. So I had a Battle Boost Lily GX in Japanese.
Yep.
I sold it for about 20k at the time.
Yep.
It's now like 60k or something, like 40 to 60k around there.
Which one's that? We've got one in the store that we're consigning for a customer, and the price is like 25k.
Yeah, okay.
A lily, full art lily, Japanese, in a tan.
With a blue background?
Nah, it's like all silver.
All silver.
I don't know which one that is.
Yeah, it might be a Lily's Full Force, but Lily's Full Force isn't that much. So.
Nah, I don't know. I know there's no sales for this one.
It might be Battle Day Lily, but not in Japan. Oh, it's a Japanese
it's Japanese,
sure? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know.
She's popular though.
Yeah, people love Lily, man.
But yeah, I mean, personal collection wise, it's a bit hard because, I want to sell stuff, but I also want to collect stuff as well.
Yeah.
I've always been into slabs more than raws or anything else. Slabs and sealed product. But I've started to do kind of like mystery bag-esque kind of stuff.
Yep.
And they've got slabs in it, so they're like slab bags.
Yep.
And that's been very hard because it's like, do I want to keep this as PC or do I want to put it up on the board? So
Yeah, nice.
No, that's awesome, bro. Where can everyone find you on your socials?
Imani Cards on TikTok.
Love that. And we're not looking for another job. We're going to stay in this
No,
lane.
I'm hoping to stay in. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a little bit hard to navigate, when the market quiets down, which I'm actually looking forward to because this market for me, it's familiar territory, but that's going to be, try and put down some big money on some cases and tuck them away.
It's a better time to buy for everyone,
100%.
right? Like when the market's down. So people are like, oh, you must be loving how the market is right now for business.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but like we can't buy anything
100%.
either for
Yeah.
ourselves,
And
right?
That's the thing. Like there's pros and cons in both markets, right?
Yeah.
Like when the market dies, and if you've got the capital, you can buy whatever you want. Hold
Yep.
on to that until the next wave, and 4 or 5x your money.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
awesome.
Awesome, brother.
Thanks for joining us.
No worries. Pleasure.
Hobbyists, today's episode is sponsored by Collector Space. They have recently opened their ever-expanding showroom and collectibles shop and has taken shape in the southeast Victoria. Boasting display furniture and fixtures for in-home collections and retail spaces, they've been trusted by many of our favourite stores and fellow collectors. Check out their socials for up-to-date info and offerings, and be sure to visit the Collector's Space at 1108 Mulholly Road, Pakenham. Whether you're a collector at heart or new to the hobby, Collector Space are here to help. So head on down and say good day to Chris and the team at Collector Space, and thanks for sponsoring the episode.
We're joined by Scotty Deayton. How are you, buddy?
Good, Kearnz, Dino. How are you guys? JP?
Mate, that jumper is unreal.
Mate, I've had 4 people stop me already. So Uncle Reco is who it is. It's an online website.
Yep.
Funnily enough, I only found out it fit me today. So lost enough weight working out just for Collectfest.
Nice.
You look great, mate. And it's right on brand too, because
Right on brand.
our hobbyists won't know, but talk us through your collectible journey. What do you collect?
Specifically, I collect Venusaur. So again, that's the only card I collect. I've probably got at least 40 base graded Venusaurs by Mitsuhiro Reader.
Yep.
Anywhere from 1 to 10, and again, a couple of 1 to 10 sets as well. And then again, that's the only card I collect. So
Yeah.
again, all the other cards, Charizard, just Venusaur.
No, I completely understand.
You're a Rayquaza
because
guy,
I only
I know.
collect Rayquaza. It's the same
Well,
thing,
I
right?
hear that now differs a little bit on the potty.
I mean, not really. Yes, no. Like, things come in and they go out.
Yes.
Whereas Rayquazas don't. They come to me to die.
Yes.
Whereas the
Yeah,
other
I
stuff,
feel that.
I try and like diversify, and I'm like, what am I doing? Because it comes in, I'm like, I look at it for a week, I'm like, get out.
Yeah.
Except these
100%.
flesh and blood boxes, I'm literally
Yes.
keeping them just to like annoy Kearnz because he doesn't even have them sealed, and I do.
He'll crack them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I need the playable cards. Let's
Yeah.
give him the cards.
Yeah.
Scotty, we've been intertwined for a really long time. You were the very first person I met when I came back into the hobby.
Sure was.
We caught up in a public space because I pulled out all my base set cards from 20 years ago, and I thought you were going to mug me.
So it was the old Knox City food court. If everyone remembers Knox
I've
City
been
before
there.
it was redone.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
little area at the back of McDonald's. I was sitting there, and then a sheepish Kearnz came in, looking like I was going to mug him. And I don't know if anyone's seen Kearnz stand up. He's a really large man.
He's tall.
Considering me.
He's tall.
So I was more scared for my life than anything. But no, it was great to bring you back, and yourself and your mum, and look where you are now with Dean and JP and Collectfest. It's huge.
Collectfest. It's good. They've done a good job, haven't they?
Yeah, it's huge.
They've done a good job. It's a real cross between a card show and a convention. Like, you walk around to certain parts like this booth and you're like, oh, convention, like big, shiny, bolted together. Then other parts, it's like tables and, vendors and stuff like that. It's a nice mix.
It's a great mix, and that's probably the difference where you have your backyard shows in the suburbs versus your big show. It's a good mix.
Yeah.
And I think I like the way they laid it out, where everything's all in the one area. So
Yeah.
all the sports are in one area, all the TCGs in one. So it's a good little layout. You don't have to walk too far if you only want one specific thing.
Yeah, that's it. And if you want to, diversify or go buy something new, you can just go to that section and have a couple of different vendors to be able to look through as well.
Yeah. And there's plenty of people to ask questions as well. So that's probably
Yeah.
the benefit of these types of events, is that you go out, if you don't know something, you ask a question, you fall in love with something, and you buy it.
Yeah, that's it.
How are you feeling about modern Pokemon? Because your boy Venusaur doesn't have that many cards out at the moment.
Hey, mate, he's making a resurgence. Megas are coming back.
Yeah,
I'm getting one.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing for me. I come in, I spend $15 to $30 to buy the cards, and then
Yeah.
I buy $100 for a graded. I'm out for a period of time. So
Yeah.
you suckers are all buying all the modern stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
in for $500 maybe once every couple of years.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm keen as well, though, because Rayquaza, obviously Mega Rayquaza, you know, so we're going to have a field day, I think, over the journey, because the last Rayquaza that came out, was it Crown Zenith?
Yeah, it was.
Or Silver Tempest?
The full art.
Yeah, the full art one. I think that was the last one.
That was, and that card's gone absolutely bonkers.
It has. I'm glad to have a few of those ones. I've only got 1 or 2 here, I think. But, yeah. Yeah, so the Megas are going to be fun. The Megas are going to be real fun.
It's always good because, again, they're making a lot of changes as well in TCG to actually make the game more playable as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully that just means more people to the game. Again, on my side, it's more collecting. I don't know how to play the game at all, so I'm okay with looking at the shiny cardboard and make it look and looking nice.
Yeah.
How are you finding it now? You've got your 2 boys, obviously, that are of that age of Pokemon. Collecting obviously means something really different now than what it did 10 years ago. Talk us through that, how special that is.
I still remember the first time in my garage going through graded cards with Tommy, and Tommy was probably only about 2 years old, and he was pointing out every single Venusaur that was there, and I remember there was a live stream on Facebook back a while ago, and now to the point where he is literally wanting every single thing and costing me a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the kids are just going to cost you money, and Dean, you would know that. Kids just cost money, but when they get hobbies, it gets even worse. So nowadays, it's can I get this, can I get that? And so I use them as bribes. Open the pack, make sure there's nothing super good in there, pass it on, and then just go for it, just rip it.
Yeah.
Dad's vetting all the hits.
100%. If there is a $300 card in there, I'm not getting that one time. I had my cousin who gave a pack to his little my nephew, opens it up, had a $300 card in there. I went out, came back, and they're like, Uncle Scott, look what I got. And I'm like, holy crap, where is a sleeve and top loader for that thing? That is $300.
Covered in ketchup from the barbecue and run through the mud.
Yeah.
By the time, it was worth $1. So it's fine. It's all good.
Have you come in today looking for anything in particular, or just here to kind of enjoy the event?
Great to be on the other side, for one. That's the one happy thing for me. But I'm trying to get a munted Blastoise base set to complete my base set holo set. So munted Blastoise is what I'm on the lookout for in Topps Chrome. So Topps Chrome, trying to finish off that Series 1 set.
That's going to be a hard find.
It can be, but
there's not going to be a lot of it around.
Exactly, but it's one of those ones where you think you go on eBay, you look at this, or you come to a place like this, and hopefully someone's got some somewhere.
Yeah.
And if there is a place to find it, it will be Collectfest.
I was going to say,
all
in the one
here.
place. All in the one place.
Everyone is here. That's awesome, man. Yeah, are you hanging around for the base box a little bit later on?
No, I've got a family of 2 at home, so I have to go home and be a dad as well. So I was already in trouble for leaving without them in the first place. Why can't I come? I'm like, I didn't buy you a ticket, and I don't want you here. So that's the reason.
Yeah.
But I have to go back, but can't wait to watch you guys do it. It'll be great. The second base box you guys have opened together.
Yeah.
So
it will be,
and with the man himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, Scotty, thanks for popping by the podcast, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Our journeys have been intertwined for a long time, and it's great to see you. So go get all those Venusaurs. And where can people find you? Do you still have your Instagram?
Yeah, frogs_flowers Pokemon. That's where you will find all the garden goodness.
All the garden goodness.
All the garden goodness. Got to
Awesome.
grow them all.
Thanks, Scotty.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.